Hey everybody, thanks for pushing play. Appreciate your time, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that it's worthwhile. So for this video, I'm going to start off showing you some of the things that I'm doing daily to increase my health, to just maintain my health, to make sure that if anything does happen to invade my system, I'm going to have all of the strength of my immune system at the ready. When taking supplements, it's important to pay attention that they are not synthetic and that they are whole food. Your body's going to use the medicinal qualities of those nutrients much more readily than if they were synthetic. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is zinc. And zinc is a very important mineral and supplement that we bring into our body. It's not something that we create on our own. It's something that we need to either get through food or through supplementation. Now, I prefer to get my nutrition I prefer to get my vitamins and minerals through nutrition. But when we're faced with things like this pandemic, then I do believe that it's important to eat healthy, but also supplement, and that way we're getting the upper levels of the recommended daily doses of these vitamins and minerals, because we need to be strong and vital and have everything working properly and effectively. Zinc is something that is involved in cellular metabolism. It is involved in thymic health, which is something we're going to get into a little bit later. And it's required to develop and activate T cells and lymphocytes, which is very important for the adaptive immunity, which we're going to be doing some exercises to activate that in just a minute. But also helps with protein synthesis, DNA synthesis, and helps with wound healing, as well as it does a lot of other things that we're not going to get into at this moment. I'm going to be sending out a very in-depth view of all the supplements that I'm taking, of why I'm taking them, and if you're on any medications, you'll see what medications these vitamins interact with, because there are sometimes interactions with pharmaceuticals and medications that you're on, and minerals and vitamins and herbs. The next thing here that I've got is some elderberry. Now I chose to get the chewables so that I could have a little treat. I feel like I'm having a little candy, but actually I'm getting my elderberry, which is amazing for the immune system. The next thing I want to talk about is D3. I prefer a liquid because it's much more absorbable and it really absorbs quickly. I'm taking 10,000 IUs. You can take 5,000. The daily recommended dose is about 4,000 IUs, but in this time, again, I like to take kind of a bigger dose, make sure everything's working well. The D3 is really good to help fight bacteria and viruses. It helps to initiate and activate the innate and also the adaptive immunity, and it's really good at reducing inflammation. Vitamin A is really good for cellular communication. It helps to support cell growth and cell differentiation. And so when we're trying to build new immune cells, this is a very important ingredient for that. The next one is vitamin C. Everybody knows vitamin C is helpful. This is a really strong antioxidant. It helps to fight free radicals. It also helps to regenerate antioxidants, which is amazing, and it's been shown to help to prevent and fight cancer. Another one that I'm taking daily is turmeric and andrographis. Now, turmeric is an anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, which anytime that you have inflammation in the body, the body is working overtime, and if you have an invader after that, then your body's just not going to be as resilient at fighting that new invader. So we want to try to keep inflammation down as much as possible. Now, andrographis is an herb that has been used for thousands of years all over the world. It's really important in this time for influenza. It's been proven again and again to help things like pneumonia and bronchitis and influenza, as well as a host of other diseases and symptoms that people suffer from. The next one is cordyceps. Cordyceps is an amazing herb that is from Tibet, and it actually used to be harvested by hand, and it's got a really cool story that I won't share now, but in the report I'll include the history of cordyceps. But the cordyceps are really good at strengthening the lung. Usually in Chinese medicine we will use them after someone has been ill, or for athletes that want to have more lung power. And so just as a preventative to strengthen the lung, I'm using cordyceps daily. Just to increase the overall vitality and strength of my lungs. The next one is colostrum. Colostrum is this is bovine colostrum. I don't have a pregnant mother's nursing milk, unfortunately. But the science is showing that bovine colostrum is just as powerful, and our bodies can't really distinguish the difference between the two. It's been shown to prevent and actually treat infectious disease. And so it's a very good thing to add to your repertoire of health regimens. Trace minerals. Now, trace minerals are something that you have to get from outside of the body. They are essential, meaning that you need to get them in order for your cells to work properly. They help with cell communication. They also help with really the body's ability to use vitamins. So if you don't have a good, healthy mineral profile in your body, no matter how many vitamins you take, the body just isn't going to be able to metabolize them well. Also, it helps with nourishing the cell, because our food is supposed to give us minerals, which we live in this really nutritionally bankrupt society, unfortunately. And so this is one of the most important supplements I believe that we can be taking on a daily basis, and which I do. And when you get to a good concentration within the blood, your body will then start to naturally detoxify. So once you reach a threshold of where the cells are all nourished and by these trace minerals, then your body will then get into this kicking out the toxins of the cell and help to get it out of your body. Medicinal mushrooms. Medicinal mushrooms are, in the last 5 years, a lot of evidence has been coming out to show that there is a huge benefit for people that are suffering from cancer, to anything immune related. These medicinal mushrooms will actually stimulate the immune response. And there's things like reishi, turkey tail, cordyceps, maitake mushrooms that have all been used in studies for adjunctive therapies for cancer with really great benefits. And so as far as it goes, just to build your immune system, the medicinal mushrooms, like I said with the cordyceps as well, are hugely important. And last but not least, it's a lot of stuff, I know, but the last thing is superfoods, greens, and what we want is a good array of greens, and we need a lot of them for cell communication, to encourage antioxidants, to clear free radicals from the body, and just to have healthy cells. So this is another very important thing. Things like organic wheatgrass and beetroot, and there's just so many amazing things in here that you're not going to put into a salad that have really good studies around benefiting your body's immunity. So that's it for my supplement regimen during this time period. Hopefully you learned something new, and hopefully you will be able to adopt some of this into your diet and into your supplement regime as well. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take all of these. I'm going to show you what I do and how I take it, and then you'll see that it really isn't that much. And here we go. So I use the colostrum. I put it into my thermos here with water. I've got about 12 ounces of water. I'm almost out of colostrum. I normally use about 2 tablespoons per dose, and I just take that once a day. 2 tablespoons once a day. It's really all you need, but it really depends on what your needs are. Now I'm going to mix my superfood greens in with that, Mix that all up together. And because the superfood greens are they don't taste that great, I use this So True fermented medicinal mushrooms. This has a really delicious taste actually, and I mix that, 1 scoop of that in there as well. The colostrum doesn't have a taste at all. If it does, it's a little bit kind of a faint milk taste, but it's not harsh or gross or anything. Then I also mix my D3 in there. I'll put 10 drops, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't really overdose on D3. You can't really overdose on any of these things, which is nice. If you do overdose, you might get a little diarrhea, maybe a headache or something, but other than that, it's all very safe. Then the trace minerals, I'll add for myself, I add quite a bit because I've been doing it for a while. Sometimes people start taking it and they're very low on minerals, so it tastes horrible. And it's because your body is just like absorbing them and you get to taste every single one of them. But the more that you take it, I promise, the less it will taste bad. And that means the more that it starts to taste good, you know that your body has a good level of trace minerals in there. So then what else do I add? That's all I add to my thermos. Then I'll take out my I take 50,000 IUs of vitamin A. Now you can get away with 1. It really depends on your body size. I weigh about 185 pounds, so I'm not huge, I'm not small, and I like to take 2. And then I also take 2 of the turmeric and andrographis. I take 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Now, if you take too much vitamin C, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to pee it right out, or you might get a little diarrhea, which some people have constipation, not a bad thing. Then for zinc, I take 2 of these, which is about 40 milligrams. You don't really need more than that. That's on the upper level of a daily recommended dose. And then I'll take an added dose, because there's cordyceps already in the mushroom mix that I have, but I'm going to add, what was the amount? About 2,000 milligrams of cordyceps. And it's not that many. You can see it's just a few pills, and they're pretty small. And then what I do is I'll just close this up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it. Yummy. I mean, this combination of the superfoods, the mushrooms, and the colostrum, it's really a delicious drink. It feels good going down, and when you're done drinking it, you're gonna feel good.